Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. Today, it is stupidly hot again. It is so hot again. It is so. Can we have winter back? I'm already done with summer. It's been 3 days, not even. Oh my goodness. How's everyone's day been? Hello, Kai. How you doing, my dude? I have the fan going because it's hot in here. Hello, Gunlock. Team Aqua needs to get on bringing the Eternal Rain. Yes, Eternal Rain. Please hand it over. Give me the winter. Give me the cold. It's too hot. I'm really unable to hear headphones. Oh, why can't you use earphones? I use weird earphones. Mine aren't normal because I kind of hate the normal quote-unquote ones. Mine are funky and weird. Back in the day I used to destroy headphones horribly. I was the worst. Get like $3 headphones and then I would destroy them within like a week by accident. This wasn't on purpose, this was on accident. I put them in my backpack and they would just die. So right now, I've decided I'm going to try working on, oh, I see what I'm doing. Oh no. Right now, I've decided that I'm going to try and get my, stills done, and then if I have time, I will do more. But right now, we're just doing stills. Because when I use them, it's always pause the stream. Oh, it thinks it's a phone. Your headphones always break in weird ways. Yeah, mine do too. That's why I got these, the type of headphones I use now. I don't know what they're called. If you've played Persona 3, the protagonist of that game wears my headphones. Because they're good. They're good headphones. You know nothing about Persona? Understandable. But if you look up Persona 3's protagonist, you can see his headphones. I think they started making a comic for him recently on Webtoon, and I think it's really funny because he has two names, and I agree with his other name, the one that they didn't give him, and it saddens me. Don't you just love silent protagonists that you're supposed to give your name to? But they don't actually give them a name. Link got away with it because he actually has a real name, but like, you know. Has the cold air you desire? Oh my goodness. I want cold air. It is too hot out. Can we go back to winter, please? I would like it to be cold. I would like the winter back, please. Thank you, heart. Oh, you know what we should do? We should grab the background so it actually looks nice. The actual background that's actually done, because I did all see-through backgrounds recently. Oswald, where is your thing? Okay, so you guys see the current thing. This is what the background looks like. This is what the scene is gonna look like. Copy and paste. There we go. I always liked getting the name into the characters. Understandable. I like naming my characters as well. But also, when they make official media, they have to be like somewhat on the same page for the protagonist's name. I'm gonna be honest. You have to somewhat be on the same page. Because one person's gonna sit there and go, this is Steve, and somebody else is gonna go, this is Dumbledore. And it's gonna be like a character that looks like Link. And it's just gonna be, this is Goober. I like how I accidentally messed up and put this is the dark and this is the light. And I messed up because that was supposed to be here. Oh well. Look how done with everybody's crap Oz is. Oh my goodness, but I'm doing so much for this. Here we go. Da-dun, dun, 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 dun. Let's see. I can't put his mouth in yet. He looks very furious. Yeah, he just found out that they've been keeping his wife's killer a secret from him for like multiple years. They took him off the case and just never told him. But considering how fast he starts figuring things out and how long it took them, I think the other two were literally just dicking around the whole time. They were like, yeah, it's a cold case. We don't need to deal with this. It actively is getting more clues about the case as they're working. And Oswald is rightfully upset. I don't know. Okay. There we go. He's so angry, upset. I did finish scenes 1 and 2 yesterday, which I'm very happy about. Ooh. I could cut this short and then make the full thing on my own time after class ends, because this is too long. I can cut it short probably after scene 5 or 6. I can cut all of 7 and 8. I can just have it end with him going, This is due in 2 days. So that's why I'm like, I can cut it short. I might cut it short. What do you mean add? Add over. Okay, I see. It doesn't even show me when those things happen. So Kung Fu Panda 4 at some point soon. I hope you have fun watching Kung Fu Panda 4. So, I could make scenes 7 and 8 like exclusive to my own thing. Because I don't have time. I could end it with him in the car in season 5 going, with starting the investigation. We could have him stand out of his car and look out and be like, I'll figure this out if it's the last thing I have to do, and cut it there. We could do that 100%. I could totally do that. We could have like the scene that I already drew up and be like, oh my goodness, I can cut it short. I might do that. I'm gonna message Oz. No, Oz, I'm sorry. I need to message Pope about Oz. Give me a second. I need Pope to say a line. Pope, I'm making this short. I'm having problems. How many scenes are there in total? 8. I'm on scene 3. Pope, when you're free, can you do an Oswald line? Might cut this short for now and finish it later after school. Find Nora's killer if it's the last thing I do. Okay, it's very long. Just do it 5-headed voice acting. Ooh, I want to voice act. I technically still have a character that I haven't gotten to voice in this as well. Because I forgot to get his voice. I built a lighthouse yesterday, and now I think I had to build a whole ocean. Do it! Have fun! Do your ocean. But yeah, no, so I might cut this short just so I can save on time and not cry and actually sob, because I think one of the big things about this is that I just don't like how the ending is. I think it's too grand and also not grand enough. So I think maybe setting up for a story is probably what the best idea would be. You know? It's Bedrock Edition, so it's gonna be hell. I wish you luck. But yeah, no. So, long story short, I think it would probably be a better idea, because I could get him to do that. Yeah, so on the way on scene 5, I can cut it short to scene 5. I can do that. That's really funny because my scene 6 to 8 sticky note that I had fell off my desk and almost went behind my desk before I grabbed it and put it back up. So now I have a wall of just scenes 1 through 5 still there. because it didn't fall. Oh. But yeah, no, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll cut it shorter. It would have been really fun to do the fight scene, but I also already cut like multiple things I wanted to add to this episode and stuff, and it makes me sad because I had the interaction between him and Conley much longer as well. And also Tiffany was going to be there, and also a lot of other characters was going to be there. And I never got to do that, and I was sad. So if I'm doing only this, then maybe one day I can rehash this episode. And also I don't get to show the Saint Slayer because I didn't want to show the Saint Slayer yet. Hello, Gogo. How you doing, my dude? It would be a very small ocean, but I want to have a particular life. Not just next 10 years. Understandable. We're doing animation today. I've decided to only go up to scene 5 and have Pope do one line, and so he can, you know, do shorter. Doing right. I've been playing Breath of the Wild. Nice. I need to play Breath of the Wild again, mainly because when I originally was playing it, I was in my horror cinema class, so I was watching a bunch of horror movies when I was playing it. So now mentally I associate playing Breath of the Wild with horror films. I need to not do that. Look at him sing crisscross applesauce. Look at him go. So proud. I think it was pretty much perfect. Here we go. Who else has been playing that? That's good to hear. Look how angry he is. My goodness. Yeah, I'd be angry too, Oz. I'm gonna be honest. I 100% would be pissed. You're telling me you took me off the case? You know, the one where my wife was murdered in it? Oh my gosh. No. I'd be pissed off too. I want your gun and your badge on my desk. Okay, so I was thinking about this. I don't know if guns would exist in this universe. I'm so sorry. I don't think guns would exist in this universe. Let me explain. It is because they probably got to muskets, and then they probably went, okay, but this group of people can literally turn off our muskets. They would have never been able to invent better guns because people would have just stopped them in their progress. Oh, you're Billy clubbing. Yeah, they would have a club. I know, right? Okay, so there's like a group of like water people. They would be able to stop the gunpowder. They would wet in the gunpowder. There's earth people who could just, you know, stop the bullets. There's fire people who could stop the fire. There's like there's so much here. I will say, if guns were a thing in this universe, then like sound people would probably be the scariest group. Which Oswald is a sound guy. And the reason is because you can just make it silent. That's funny. Oh no. How to turn off a musket. Exactly. Okay, wait. Can we VC? Because I'm really curious about this and weapons are my whole jam. Yeah, sure. You can call me on Discord real fast. Yeah, cause I like working out my world building and stuff, and I love this world a lot. I think this is you. There you are, yeah. Hello. I do not hear you at the moment.
Discord takes like 10 seconds to connect.
Oh, okay, hello.
So I'm curious, so I assume it's like Avatar style bending.
It's similar, yes.
Okay.
But there's a lot more
I
going on.
so there's a lot that would go into that then, because like Avatar avoids guns mostly because of like ratings, and also just because the implications are, like you said, there are ways around it. Once earthbending became a thing, guns are just kind of obsolete. You can just fling metal at people.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe some people would have tried for like elements that aren't as combative, like light and sound.
Yeah, but like the Fire Nation in Avatar still advances like steam power and weapons of war.
Yeah, they have like cars and stuff here. It's just along the lines of like guns themselves. I don't think would have existed. Like specific other things, yeah, but like guns
I mean,
themselves.
guns as they are now probably wouldn't exist. I don't know
Yeah.
because water bending wouldn't affect a full metal jacket.
Yeah, but that's because we've advanced a certain point. Like it's not they I don't think they would have gotten that far in this universe.
Yeah, well, it raises the question of like, would someone persevere like past the fact of like, I know this technology is useful and will work if I can figure out how to make it work.
Oh yeah, but then there's also the technology stuff. Oh my goodness. It goes down a rabbit hole, doesn't it?
Oh no,
Would
it
they
always
would
does.
they have
World
gotten
building's
to
always a whole
that
thing.
point?
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying they got to muskets, and then like okay, guns started with they discovered I believe it's called snake powder, which is like basically cheaper gunpowder. And the way they would use it is they had a long stick, and on it they had a metal cylinder, and they would put their gunpowder in the cylinder and put a steel ball on it, a steel musket ball basically,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would put a line of snake powder, light it, and then that line would go in, ignite the powder inside, and fire the ball out.
Okay.
That probably would still be found because people like putting things together and making them explode.
That's understandable. Yes, yes. Also, thank you for Gogo, thank you for watching the episode and stuff. I thought we were going to die that day. But yeah, I don't know the start of guns very well. I know muskets because I've shot a musket.
The real question, I know guns very well. I grew up in gun stores. And obviously like gun muskets are part of my whole brand.
Yeah.
I like weapons in general. Like I spend a lot of time just on Wiki, just looking up random weapons and reading about them and learning.
Mm-hmm.
The real question is like timeline-wise, where does this universe divulge? Like, what's the main crux of like, here's the thing that's different from ours? Like, obviously there's bending, so there's a lot of like minor differences.
Mm-hmm.
But like technologically, where does the timeline divulge? Like an example I like to give for that is like Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Their divulgence is that the Cold War never ended.
Oh yeah,
That's the whole plot of Fallout. It's like the Cold War didn't really end. It just kept going. They kept building up nuclear power. Oil kind of got like obsolete because nuclear power, but it's still useful for a lot of things because oil is used for just everything. So that's how the war ended up triggering, is like the last oil reserves in Alaska, XYZ, mutually assured destruction, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So that raises the question of like, at what point in human civilization did they realize that they have the power to bend elements?
Oh goodness. Okay, so the funny thing is that I have my own like set of gods and everything. They've known for a very long time. Like this has been, it's old.
Okay, so if it's like divine work.
Yeah, there's like gods and deities and stuff, but like that just religions.
We would probably be talking like early Roman civilization is where our divulgence happens.
Yeah.
Like I doubt the cavemen understood bending.
Yeah.
But also it's a matter of like, oh man, it's a matter of like, how does your universe start? Is it evolution of like, yeah, we came from fish, we evolved into Neanderthals, we evolved into like.
Oh yeah, the creatures and
whatever,
stuff in this world are all like elemental and stuff as well. I think one of the religions is straight up like our people are chosen because multiple people can have different abilities and stuff. There's like 3 or 4 main world like religions and stuff.
I guess that also raises the question of like, how hands-on are your gods? Like, would
They
they
are
be just
they
like,
are
hey,
real
let
world gods. They, you know,
so they're kinds of hands-off, just like letting things happen,
yeah,
giving wisdom as they can,
yeah.
as they see fit. All right, so yeah, I'm assuming, I would say probably like early to like mid Roman times. Probably they got like divine providence and realized, oh hey, here's how we bend metals. Which 625 BC was when Rome was founded. So let's say like 607 or 600 to 500 BC, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. When was gunpowder? I can hear you frantically searching.
I'm doing like, I'm trying to like do timelines based on that. So I would assume for the most part, I don't know, I'm using Avatar as my frame of reference here.
Yeah, it's the world's not exactly like Avatar's.
It's a similar premise though, like power wise.
Yeah, I've been told that my story is like a combination of Avatar, Harry Potter, and Batman on crack.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying like Avatar just power wise because that gives me an idea of like how things would like generally be affected. I assume most of human civilization would travel roughly along the same path.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, things would be sped up a lot because of the ability to bend. Like mining's easier if you can just move the earth.
Oh yeah.
Forging tools becomes way easier. God, the aquifers aren't. Oh man, the aquifers aren't even really necessary at that point.
Oh yeah, somebody's job can just be like that.
I don't know. The aquifers are super. Well, that raises the question: is everyone able to bend, or is it only like certain people?
It's everyone.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that becomes.
There is a group of people who, so in the world. So this is how I think it'll go. So there's the set elements and stuff, and so everybody has one main element and one secondary element. And the secondary element that people have is like a lesser version of the main element, so you can only do specific things. Except for sound. Sound is the only one that you can do is like a main element, but it's not. But the thing is,
got like the Demon Slayer like breathing styles going. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Of here's water breathing, and then underwater breathing you have mist breathing, and this and this like.
It's kind of like that, yeah. But and then so because sound is only a minor element, there is a missing main element. So some people can have that missing main element.
All right. I mean, okay. So if everyone can bend.
If everyone's special, then no one is. Oh no.
I mean, yes, but also like if everyone has the ability to control, everyone has magic basically.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's just gonna use magic for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still, it's hit or miss because like now you would heavily start divulge because like one of Rome's biggest inventions were the waterways. The aqueducts.
They still need to get around. They still need like water and stuff. It's not very. If you have to rely on one person to get water to your village, it's probably not the best idea. As well as the fact that not every town at that time probably would have a water person because it's genetic too.
It wouldn't be that you're like worrying. It wouldn't be that you're having to worry about it. It's that the fact that like the advancement of one of the things. Okay, so Rome, a lot of things about Rome we don't actually know because the Library of Alexandria burned.
Mhm.
So like the concrete that was made in order to create the aqueducts is self-repairing. But we have no idea how they made it because the actual mixture used for it is lost to time. But
It's
if you
still
just have
really
a dude,
cool.
if you just have a dude that can go out, bend the earth to make it like a functional waterway,
Yeah.
you don't really need to invest the amount of time to discover that. I mean, people probably still would, but it wouldn't have as much cultural impact and be saved into history.
Yeah.
So, like, people probably still would discover firearms. Honestly, if anything, there'd probably be one family or like a handful of families that are like specifically investing in like creating firearms. Because like whenever there are minor discoveries like that, that they're not big enough to create a cultural impact, but it's something like this was my granddad's legacy. Usually, it'll kind of stick in the family as like a side project.
Yeah.
So it makes sense of like if someone did discover firearms and like they made it to the stage of musket. If anyone's gonna make firearms, I'd say it'd either be like firebenders or earthbenders.
Okay.
Because earthbenders could very easily manipulate the metal to actually make like a rudimentary firearm super easy. Like all you need for a firearm is to do like a metal pipe and some black powder.
I think we can also, if we are gonna go with firearms and stuff with this, I think it would also, like, I always thought, like, maybe it's the people who aren't able to defend themselves as easily, that's who they would be targeting in the marketing and stuff. And then everybody, then there would be, of course, people who enjoy, like, the big explosion go burr.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the implication of like some people like I assume like some people aren't going to be as adept with bending as others are. Like
Yeah.
even in Avatar, they had that idea of like there was the Boulder who was supposed to be like big shot and earthbender, but then like Toph and King Boomy are like literally moving continents.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's different tiers to like how good of a bender you are. I assume,
Yeah.
which would put implication of like, hey, yeah, you're a low tier earthbender, and like someone's coming at you. Here, use a gun. It makes sense that there'd be other options made for self defense other than like outside of bending.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you should add guns. My main curiosity was just like there would be other things made to combat bending.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if I don't think the guns would be the same, though.
Yeah, no,
Because
for sure not. They would totally be different.
totally
Because
different.
they would have to consider people with bending abilities. Because like if you have a really acute ability to bend fire, uh, a jacketed ammunition would suck.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just put a little fire in the back of your round and you're misfiring now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is entirely dependent on like how man I guess at that point you'd have to have the idea of like underwater weaponry.
Oh, you're
Which
right.
all
Yeah.
all guns can fire underwater once. It's mostly
Once.
just an issue of like you can do it a couple times depending on what the gun is. It's once it gets into the working, sometimes it causes problems because just water resistance.
Yeah.
But like at least once you can fire a gun underwater. But once
Oh, yeah.
it just once it gets in there, it's a problem. But yeah, they make like things specifically to fire underwater, like harpoon guns.
Oh, yeah, harpoon guns. Oh my gosh, you're right. Oh my gosh.
Although
harpoons.
an airbender would mess up a harpoon gun.
They would.
Like that's the thing. Weapons would evolve in such a way to combat specific bendings.
Yeah. Oh my
Like
gosh. And then there's the worry about what their secondary ability is, because it's easy to tell like what their main is because like you can just look at them and kind of tell.
yeah. Weapon, yeah. I'm not. That's what I'm like. I'm not saying you should add like just add guns. I'm not saying that. But like weapons like firearms would exist. It's just a matter of like what form they would take on.
Yes, I would love to talk more about this with you one of these days. Honestly, oh my goodness, it would be so cool. Cuz
Uh,
I like to I still want to continue, but like when I can take notes.
yeah. This is just like this is me like learning about your world and like basically just back and forth. Like, would this work? Just understanding things currently.
Yeah.
We get more in depth into it at some point.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, I mean, all weapons like there are hundreds of thousands of variations of knives, of guns, just built for very specific purposes. One of my favorite knives is the kukri, which
Ooh.
is super goofy looking because it just has like a really big, like bulky end that uh, arches forwards, and it
Yeah.
looks like a goofy knife. But the purpose of it is that it's meant to chop rather than like slash or stab.
Yeah.
So it has a very heavy front, so that whenever you're swinging it, it builds up speed and can chop through a lot quicker.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, all knives have like very specific like uses. I have a knife on my desk right now. It's a boot knife, and the way it's specifically designed is it's long and slim, and the point of it is basically to stick and just drag forwards.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's basically just stick and rip.
Oh yeah. So,
Just
when I was doing karate and stuff on my first day, they were like, "Hey, so we're doing a class for a specific weapon." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. I'm okay with that." And they're like, "Okay, so before they hand it to me, they don't have it out yet. They're like, "Okay, so you're supposed to train in this and be a black belt for 3 years before we hand you this. But anyways, here you go." And they hand me Kama.
hmm. Yeah, Kama are weird ones.
Kama are weird. I love Kama.
Kama are really cool. So the reason you're supposed to train with them is because they're so specific in use.
Hmm.
Because they're bladed inside, which is why I say like scythes, like actual scythes, like a go out in your field and collect wheat scythe,
Yeah.
uh, is not a good weapon.
No, it's just what they had. We got a
Yeah,
history
no, no, no.
lesson too.
Yeah, I mean, no, commas specifically are made for fighting, and there's a whole. It's kind of like meant to keep people out of range, but if they're within range, do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it has two styles. Whenever you see it in film or media or anything, they always use one specific style and it annoys me. Yes, I was in
yeah,
karate. I really like karate. I still practice and stuff, and I have a bunch of different weapons under my belt.
but like everything in media loves to use sides. Like commas are meant to be a weapon. They're designed specifically for a very specific fighting style.
Yeah.
But media loves to use sides as a weapon, like zombie apocalypse movies. Yeah, here's a big scythe. Ruby, here's a giant scythe. Blah.
Giant
Scythes are
scythe.
terrible weapons because they're very heavy. They're not really meant to be sharp, and there's no good way to keep someone like in that range. Like if someone gets in the range of the scythe to where you could actually cut someone with it, there's no good way to actually hit them once they're at that point.
That's true.
The
Uh,
sides are entirely impractical and useless weapons. Really cool weapons. Like if you want to put it in media and use it, yeah, that's awesome. They're cool. But
yeah,
like realistically, it's not a good option.
it really isn't. Also, what sports have I done? When I was younger, I did cross country and track, but I screwed up my feet so badly, I did swim for the rest of school.
Checks out.
Yeah, I have helped someone with their stream. Have gone. We'll be back later. All right, have fun. Have a good one. Bye bye.
But yeah, the comma is meant kind of more as like it can do a lot of damage, but it's meant more to be used defensively.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
they were talking about how they were made and stuff. They use really cheap back in the day when they first started using them. The samurais and stuff would take their good metal, so it was made with a lot of really cheap materials and stuff. So if they were to use it super aggressively and offensively, it would have broken. So it was very
yeah,
and you couldn't block with it. You could only redirect,
yeah.
which I kind
Uh,
of like because I'm more of a redirect person.
Yeah, it's a very defensive weapon. I had it like going into. The Shaolin monks have the crescent spade, I believe. I
I'm gonna
think
look
that's
that
what
up.
it's
I don't
called.
remember what that looks like.
Basically on one, basically on one end it has a big crescent moon, and on the other end it has like an L-shaped shovel. Uh,
Oh, that's cool.
and so the idea behind it is like the shovel can be used to like both ends can be used as a weapon to attack, but like the crescent moon end is basically a blade that's meant to be used to, like basically put on like a dog's neck and push it back. So like
Oh.
if because they're very they're pacifists, they're nonviolent. So the idea is like they'll be traveling and like dogs or whatever, wolves or whatever animals will like run up and try to attack them, and they don't want to have to kill it. So they basically use this crescent blade to like hold, like push them back and keep them at a distance. And like if the wolf like keeps pushing into them, it's gonna hit the blade and hurt itself, and hopefully it'll leave. But if it doesn't, it's a weapon that can be used to take out the dog or wolf, and then the spade part of it can be used to dig a grave.
Aww.
It's basically meant like it's mixed purpose of like it's meant to just keep things away, but if it
Yeah.
has to, it can take out the attacker and then give them a proper burial.
That's nice that they can do that.
Yeah, like weapons generally evolve to meet very specific purposes.
I need
Uh,
to look up something real fast just to double check the names and stuff. I knew two guys at my dojo. They were instructors, they were black belts, they were doing their thing, and they both specialized in two weapons. They both specialized in their own weapons. And they would after practice, they would like after class they would spar.
mm.
And one of them would use a halberd and the other one would use a three-piece staff. It was so cool seeing them spar.
What's it called? Yeah, three-piece stabs are nuts. Always crazy.
I got to practice with one
Halberds are weird.
once. I got to practice with one once, and I bonked myself in the back of my head. And my sensei's like, "If that was a real one, because we were using a practice one, you would have knocked yourself out." And I'm like, "Uh huh."
Yep. Yeah. It's a great time. But yeah, like katanas. Everyone loves katanas. Katanas traditionally, Japan had really shitty metal. Japan's iron Japan's iron. I forget. There's something special about Japan's iron. Like it has a really interesting property, but it's really shitty as far as like most irons in the world go. It's not really meant to be used for anything. It's very brittle, which is why katanas came to be. Because in order to actually like make the weapon not just shatter immediately, it had to be folded a dozen times to increase the strength of it, but also like specifically crafted in such a way to be more meant like it's if you just slash something, like if you just straight swing across something, you're gonna break the sword, which is why they're curved blades. Because curved blades like the katana and the scimitar are actually meant to be like pulled in and dragged across. They're not meant to like slash through.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like mid slash, that's why like whenever you see like a samurai strike, their hands kind of end up down by their hips, because as they're like slashing through, they're also pulling the blade back and across.
Yeah, I was supposed to learn katana and a few other things before I got my kama.
Yeah, but like yeah, weapons always evolve based on like whatever is available and what they need to be used for.
Yeah.
Which is why like there's always the whole argument. There's always the whole argument of like who would win in a fight, the samurais, knights, or like whatever Vikings or whatever. And people love pumping up the katana, and like I admit, the katana is a very well crafted sword.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is the katana is so well crafted because Japan stayed in the feudal era for like an extra 1,000 years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So like, yeah, it's a good sword, but it's also like 1,000 years behind all of its other like all of its counterparts. And if a katana is hit by like a straight broadsword, the katana is gonna shatter because the broadsword's just better material.
Yeah.
But it's back and forth. It's who knows, who cares. Uh,
Yeah, they're gonna argue. It's gonna be a
Everyone's gonna
long
argue no
time.
matter what. But yeah, that's like it's that's where my interest in like your world building came in.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, I'm not telling you like, oh, it's weird that there's no guns. You should put guns in. I'm saying like, I don't think that if what you said, like they made it to muskets and then like waterbenders just kept putting out the flames, so musket became hard. Muskets still serve a purpose against the other benders, but now they have to evolve in order to be like more viable.
Mm-hmm.
So like jacketed ammunition probably would have come along a lot quicker, because if the spark is internal, oh well, like what's a waterbender gonna do?
True. Very true.
Because once it's ignited, once that blast has happened, the best you can do is slow it down. But like, it's still gonna go. It's still gonna
True.
rip.
Very true. Yeah, I don't know a lot of uh historical guns.
Yeah. Actually, um, yeah. No, I like I said, I sit and just read through Wikipedia articles for like an entire day just about various weapons because I find them very neat. And it's fun to know things.
Understandable.
Assuming, I mean, yeah, like different weapons would evolve to deal with different types of benders.
Yeah.
I I don't know if you're going like the Avatar route of like, oh yeah, the different benders all kind of keep to themselves in their own nations, or if it's just kind of if it's like My Hero Academia, where it's just kind of like you just happen upon whatever, like it's hereditary, but you just kind of have like your quirk, like you're all mixed up in like whatever city.
I think it's kind of along the lines of like people move around, people do stuff to get around to different places. The world is ever changing, so I don't think they stuck around for very long and then they realized because again, we also have it's not just the one element that they have two. So, you know, probably be a bad idea to not move around considering you have two elements.
Is the secondary element like a sub element, or could it be just like, hey, yeah, your primary is fire but your secondary is water? Or is it like, hey, yeah, your primary is fire but you have explosion on the back burner?
Uh Wait, explain again?
So in Avatar you have your primary bending, which is like you have fire, water, earth, air, but all of those have sub bending, which is like the blood bending, combustion bending, lightning bending, whatever the airbenders have. I think flying is one of their sub bendings for whatever
Oh no,
reason.
that's only for people who are detached from the world.
Okay, but that's what my question was. Is like, is whenever they have their secondary element, is it like a sub bending? Like, hey, yeah, you have fire bending, but you can also fire lightning.
No,
Or is it like, hey,
it's
you
like
have fire bending, but you've got water bending on the back burner?
you have firebending, but you have the ability to do a small bit of a different element.
Okay, so it's yeah. Okay, so it probably would be more My Hero Academia, where
Yeah.
it's just like everyone has their quirks, and the world just kind of evolves around that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what my question was. It's just like, is everyone kind of like, hey, yeah, firebenders are over here, waterbenders over there, or are they just all mixed together in a big old soup?
They are in the soup.
They're in the soup. All
I
right.
like putting the characters in the soup.
And yeah, I mean, um, oh man, yeah. So I'm trying to think of it like in the terms of like riot response. I feel like loadouts would be very dependent on like honestly, police forces would probably be based on like what kind of would be like very specialized in dealing with specific types of benders.
Yeah.
So like you'd probably have several like different branches dedicated to like each type of like primary bending.
So, Oswald, who is my detective in my story, his whole thing is light and sound. So he can light up this crime scene and he could find people very easily and also sneak around places quietly.
Hmm.
And then one of the people in my town, in my city, his name is Camille. I wonder why. Anyways, uh, his whole thing is that he likes to use his light ability to bend the light around him to just disappear.
Okay, so I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the series Epithet Erased?
No.
It's by Jello Apocalypse. I think it's by Jello Apocalypse.
I think my friend tried to get me to watch
Uh,
it once, but I was busy.
it, it's worth a watch. It's a decent series. It's a lot of fun. But the concept of it is, I think you'd find very interesting. Where intrinsically everyone has a word, or I don't remember if it's everyone or like most people, but intrinsically people have a word that's tied to their soul, and that is their epithet. And
Ooh.
based on what their epithet is, they get certain powers. So, like the main girl, her epithet is dumb, which allows her to like basically nullify things. So, like if she feels pain, she can dumb down the pain and make it less egregious. Uh, if it's really loud, she can dumb the sound. She can like make a barrier around her that dumbs the sound, so everything's quieter. it,
Oh.
it's it's basically the way it started was like a D&D campaign that was run like very improv heavy, uh, and so it's basically like, hey, here's a word, and however you can work that word into an ability, you have access to. So it becomes a big game of creativity. One of the dude's words was soup, so he can just conjure soup.
I love that.
Or
That's so
one
good.
at one point he like conjures boiling steam that was soup steam and like fires it at people.
I
But
love that. That's so cool.
it I bring it up because it's like it's a fun concept in like just power scaling kind of.
Yeah.
Uh because it's just like, yeah, here's an improv on a system. Like you can't go too crazy with it. You can't just be like, yeah, I summon a tidal wave of soup and flood the city. But you can be like, hey, yeah, soup produces steam, so I can produce boiling steam to throw at someone. But the reason I bring it up is because a while back I was doing a thing with one of my friends where we would like random generate words and have to like create a character concept and ability from that.
Yeah.
And I think one of the words I got was like timetable. And I
Yeah.
was like, whenever I hear the word timetable, I have to think of like a power for a character. I thought like it'd be cool to be like a grizzled detective whose entire ability is like he can basically like project onto something in a room and see like the timetable of events of what that item has done. So like if he sees a murder weapon, he can basically look at it and see what time it was picked up, when it was like thrust, whatever, like just general information about it, and from there can piece together bits of like the crime scene from it.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's also just a thing of like, where do the powers lie? Where would things evolve around that?
True. Very
And epithet
true.
epithet erase specifically is like very loosey goosey with its world building. It's just kind of like, yes, Cool. That sounds fun. Let's go with it because it's meant to be like a D&D campaign built on improv. Uh,
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
but for the wider realm of like world building, yeah, every decision you make kind of reflects onto something else, even if it's something as small as just like, yeah, I can change how bright or dark a room is. Okay, well, what's the limit to that?
Yeah, what's the
Because
limit?
if you can just make a room pitch black, like, okay, does that affect night vision? Like, if I have night vision goggles that let me just see, like, just basically scan through darkness,
Yeah,
that
okay.
allow me
So
to perceive through the darkness.
so for a lot of the stuff, it's proximity. For my series at least, there's proximity going on. So like uh I know I joked about the fire people putting out the fire and stuff, but I think it's proximity as well as like how do I explain? It's
I mean, so
like
it's like they basically have like an area around them, like a bubble that they can interact with it.
well, it's not that. It's also the fact that like a character can only control the element that they're using as like if a person's throwing a rock type of thing, they can only throw it a certain distance before it like loses connection.
Yeah.
And then like same with fire people, but also like if they accidentally set something on fire, there's a chance
Past a
that they
certain
won't be able
range,
to.
they can't stop the fire.
Yeah, after a certain point, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now here's a question for Earthbenders. If I pick up a rock,
Uh-huh.
and let's say my range is 10 feet,
Uh-huh.
can I just keep forcing that rock forward as long as it's within that 10 feet and then launch it out once it's out of that? Or would it just like, would it lose whatever force I've put behind it once it's out of my range?
Um
Like, is it a
no.
minecart track in Minecraft
It's
where, like, once it's off the track, it's, oh, there it goes.
yeah. Oh, there you go. It's if you throw momentum and stuff is a thing.
Okay, so momentum carries through.
Yes, momentum carries through.
So, like, snipers?
Insanity. Those people are scary.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, a sniper rifle. Like, a musket would be a big deal. Like, a musket would be really useful then. Because if you can just sit outside of someone's range and then if you're an earthbender with a musket, you put a rock in it, you use earthbending to push it forward as well as combustion, it's going for days.
Oh goodness.
You're basically shooting a small missile.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
1 second.
Yep. World building is fun. And then this one of the big things about this is that the world doesn't take place in like it's a fantasy world, but like it doesn't take place, you know? In the fantasy times. It takes place like nowadays type, you know? Oh, I know I need to keep that. Oh no, you take your time, no worries, my dude. Yeah, no, I love world building and stuff. It takes a minute to go through it all because, like, you know. Okay. Back to what we were doing. I love how awful this arm looks, and now I must try to recreate it to look better. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, hello. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I think this is looking good so far. There we go. There we are. Okay, so how's everyone's day been? How's everyone doing today? I'm feeling a lot better now that I've cut half of my script. I will still do something with the rest of it because it looks good. Doesn't look bad, you know? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I love when people do time lapses and stuff when they do their art and stuff, but like I'm sitting here like I don't think I should ever do a time lapse of my art because I do this a lot. Because I kind of zoom in and out quite a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there we go. For our seasons episode that we did, I think today, was it today? That we fought the Dodongo, and we named the Dodongo a swear word that I do not swear, so I cannot say. Oh my goodness. The little guy just wanted to have a munch on a bomb. Oh, Dodongos. Just a little guy doing little guy things. I have to copy and paste this arm now because of course we do. I'm like trying to line up his shoulder and stuff. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's clean up the arm first. From all the spots where it connected to the rest of him. And then just go in like that. the most dramatic piece of animation that I have, I guess, is going to be that backflip. My goodness. Okay. Now we can go through here, and we can just kind of grab whatever we're not using. Bonk that out of existence. Yay! There we go. Now we're gonna combine them, because of course we are. And we're gonna save, so it doesn't lose everything. Because that would be very sad. Very upset. Stretch. I think my main goal for this was to have it end with pretty much being able to ask the audience, hey, do you want to see more? So as long as I get that goal going, and I know a good spot that I can do that in. Okay, there we go. There we are. But yeah, so I think that'll be a goal for me, and then one day I'll post the full thing of everything that I had planned. Maybe that'll be when it finally gets turned into actual thing. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Yeah, no one's gonna notice that. Oh my goodness. It's like these longer little bits that I need to just sit down and do. Scene 4 is almost done if I think about it. Scene 5 is almost done. I could probably get like halfway done with scene 4 tonight and leave scene 5 for tomorrow. And have it end with like Oswald saying, what was it that I sent Pope? I'll find Nora's killer if it's the last thing I do, in the most like dramatic way possible. I'm gonna call that good for the ending. Because like, you know, it's gonna be a minute. I don't think I'll be able to finish this in time. It'll get done when it gets done. Exactly. I have to get, like, I need a working final by Friday. So I need a working final by Friday. And, be like, why haven't you been working on this more? I have been working on this constantly for like the past like 2 months. So I'm really getting it. I have sound effects, I have voice acting. My brother sent me another draft of the music to this. And then I think I'm also gonna have to make a poster, but I can do that in like 2 weeks and I still have time. But like I need a working final, cause, you know? I'm having a time. Maybe I can do the full thing that I had planned. I'll have like some like little animations here or there that I can post and show off, I guess. Cause I'm probably not gonna get to them for the whole thing, cause again, I'm gonna cut this sucker short because I can. I just need Pope to do the line. Da, 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 da. Okay, we'll have another layer for props, but for now, no. If it's not directly being held by Oswald, I don't know where it is. It doesn't exist. What are you talking about? It's just another hand. Oh no. I'll probably do my in-betweens afterwards. Oh my goodness. We showed off what we had to the class and stuff, because, you know, show it off to the class, you know? Because, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. One of the guys comes, he doesn't even have a final. He had nothing to show to the class, which is understandable, because it's understandable. But also, I wanted to see your final, my dude. I love seeing my classmates' finals. One of their finals has like this like full-on like dance sequence. I love it. It's like one of my favorite things. Somebody else has this really cute like love story going on. The person with the dance sequence, theirs is like a supernatural, like they're hunting ghosts thing, and the ghosts are like vibing and they're being chased by like monsters, Scooby-Doo style. It's amazing. I love it. And then, what was the other? Somebody else also had a detective thing, and theirs wasn't done, but I really liked what they had so far. And then, what was it? And then there's mine, of course. And then the other guy, I love his topic. It's insane. It's insane. It's hilarious. I can't wait to see it. I want to see this one, guys. But basically, his premise is it's a guy whose dog died, and he's depressed. Okay, but then some dude shows up at his door saying, "I'm the dog. I turned into a human," and the guy 100% believes him. Starts treating this man like he's his dog. Insanity. I want to see this film. I'm gonna have so much fun at the showcase. It's gonna be it's gonna be so good. It's still not as crazy as the man who ate the nut and became the nut, but still. No, I need to tell Pope about the thing. Oh goodness, I'll do it when he gets back from work. There we go. I love film. I love being a film student. I love seeing my classmates' projects. They're always so fun. Sometimes they're really out there, and they're my favorite things ever. And then other times, they're like, oh, okay. But most of the time, they're really out there, and I really enjoy them. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't messaged. Okay, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. There we go. Oswald's so tired. He's so tired. This man needs to go to bed. Dun, dun. Okay, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I've only been working on this project for this semester and stuff, but I didn't start animating until like a month and a week ago. So I'm gonna say I'm doing pretty good for doing this upon my lonesome. I did go and ask a few people for like backgrounds and a few ideas and stuff, and I got one background. Woo! I can take off this sticky note now. It fell for a reason. It was smart. It knew what it needed to do. It needed to tell me that I needed to not do this, and I needed to chill out and not be so ambitious. Yes. And also I'd like to sleep tonight, so yes. I also have my 4-hour class tomorrow. That's all I have to do instead of work on this. I also have homework for that, and I also have homework for other things this week. So, you know what? I just don't have time. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. He gives us like one break in the middle. My 4-hour class that I have to do tomorrow. He gives us like one single break in the middle of the class. And that's it. So, oh my goodness. It's a relaxing class, I will say. It's a fairly relaxing class. It's a 4-hour class, Chief. I'd like to sleep. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Okay. I'm like, okay, I'm really happy I decided that we're cutting this shorter, because like honestly it's like a weight off my chest, not even kidding you. It's like, oh my goodness. Ah, yes, shorter. Good, good, good. I don't have to do as much. I can sleep. You know, people I can trust. Thanks, guys. Big appreciation. I love how salty Oswald is. Because I would too. Honestly, same, Oz. Same. Okay. 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 Trying to think of other things. You know, people who won't hide things from me calmly burst through door. That's literally how the scene goes. I just... Oh my goodness. I still quote some of my older films. I quote some of the films my friends did, and I... Oh my goodness. Things that nobody will ever see. I sit here and quote, like, all the time. I was in somebody's thesis, like, years ago, and the character that I was playing was the younger version of this woman. And I couldn't stop laughing at one point in time, because I'm an awful actress. I'm a great actress, okay? I'm a good actress. It's just... Let me get my giggles out first. You want me to say what now? Do what now? Okay. Let me get my giggles out first, then it'll be perfect. Oh my goodness. I didn't know at the time, but there's vintage pant sizes because they changed how they do pants for women, and it was awful. Because the person wanted authentic vintage clothing, and I'm like, sure, okay. We didn't know any of what we were doing. It was great. We loved it. His face is too squished. There we go. Okay. Plant messaged me. What is up? Okay. That's where the mouth would be. Right here. Not down there. That's too low. I think we might do Minish Cap one of these days. And drag Plant on, because Plant really likes Minish Cap. And we're just gonna do Minish Cap stuff and give Farah a house because she's the MVP, excuse me? We'll give Din a house so we can become red, but like, still. Here we go. Maybe on. You want a house? That's understandable. Unlucky, good fam. Your roommate started cooking. Oh, what are they making? Are they like jamming music or something? I'm like 10 feet from the kitchen, so I don't want to fill the audio with pans. They're making spaghetti. Oh, okay. I don't mind, dude. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Also, Discord noise suppression is pretty nice, not gonna lie. I mean, can you hear my fan behind me? Because my mic on my thing. If my noise suppression is not, it picks up everything. Oh no. Do you have voice mod or something up? Hello, Kofi, how you doing? Okay, here we go. We have to doodle all those props in the background because, of course, Oswald chucks paper behind him. He's upset. I think the fact that we're cutting like half the script is also a pretty good idea because also the one character that I still haven't gotten voiced yet is not in. He doesn't talk until scene 6, so you know that's an entire character I don't have to worry about. Yay! And I cut him from scene 1 as well, so you know there's like one frame in scene 1 that I kind of hate, and I'm gonna have to redo it later. But that will be a later problem, and not a now problem. Okay. Are you telling me the case never went cold? Oh my goodness. I can probably cut this frame, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. It'll be fine though. I'll still do everything for it. Okay. Look how upset he is. Aww. Angry Oswald. Okay. Look how upsetty spaghetti he is. Ignore me as I make fun of my super serious film that I'm making. There's a reason why my character is a silly, goofy character on Amalgam. I wish I was a silly, goofy character. I understand, don't we all? Imagine being a silly, goofy character. God, I wish that were me. my professor was saying that I needed to translate things out of how I think of things and into a coherent way to explain things to a normal human being. And I decided no. Because I'm working on this project. Are you animating? No, exactly. Sorry, sir, I would like you to see translation. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'd like you to translate things out of your brain real fast into a coherent language that we can all understand. Me sitting there. No, me sitting there with everything in my own mental language and stuff. No, hearts. In high school, we would, in high school, I would have to sit there and I would like write all my like drafts for like my projects and stuff, like how I think of things and in my own like thought process. And then my teachers would walk over and be like, "What is this?" And I'll be like, "Trust the process." And they'd be like, "Okay," because I was an A student. Thing I need to remember sometimes is that I was the straight A's student. I always have a time whenever I'm like chatting with old like friends and stuff from high school and stuff, or like friends in general and stuff. I must quietly sit here and remember, ah yes, I was the jock of the group. That I don't think of myself in that light at all. What a weirdo. Exactly. You did shot put and discus? I did swim. I did swim. I like swim. Your school didn't have a pool? That's so upsetting. That's really upsetting, actually. I've always been like really into swim and stuff because I just like being in the pool. Oh my goodness. Talking about swim, I always get reminded on this one. I was on, so I had my relay team and stuff because of course we have a relay team. We always got paired up for everything. I thought it was kind of funny. We got paired up for everything, of course. And I just really like going swimming, guys. Please, I just wanted to go swimming. I was always first one in, last one out type of thing because I just liked being in the pool. Okay, I had a problem. That problem was that it took me multiple years to get the smell of chlorine off of me. Child of Poseidon, exactly. I love water. But it was really funny that because they were obsessed with like this one specific anime. I refuse to watch this anime. I physically refuse. They cannot make me. I don't even talk to them anymore. They can't make me. They watched an anime called Free, and they'd all had their favorite strokes and stuff, and they were on my relay team, and I refuse. Every fiber of my being, I refuse. To watch that one. I don't want to know. You only know the concept of Free? It's the swimmer anime. I refuse. I don't want to know anything other than 50% off. Because I didn't get to watch that one. can't make me watch anymore. Alright, let's see. That's where your knowledge ends? Same, understandable. I even watch all of it. I just watch like a little bit because like again, everybody's like you need to watch this and I'm like I don't want to, please. I don't want to even go near that thing. Oh my goodness. High school was a time. We've seen 50% off. Yeah. Yeah. That's the only correct answer. Yeah, I know. I thought it was funny. I like swim. Swim was good. I liked it way better than cross country. I was not a cross country person. The entire fam is super into cross country. I'm not a cross country person. Oh. Swim across the country. God no. God no. No thank you. I'm good, chief. I'm good. But yeah, no, long story short, I always have to remind myself, right, I was the jock, and also, right, I was the straight A student. Oh no. Oh no. It's always funny. I was the overactive. Yeah, no, I was also a club leader for a year, so I had a club that I was in. We had the last club meeting of my one that I've had at school here this year and stuff, and it was really fun. We had pizza and stuff. This was like yesterday. I was gifted more keychains, and I'm a very happy camper because I like keychains. But the the person who was we were talking, like, Board was sitting and chatting and stuff, like, you know, because it was the last day, we were all gonna be able to hang out type of thing. And we were chatting, and our secretary, no, it's not, I'm the secretary, I'm technically secretary. But I'm gonna go ahead and bounce from the call because I don't think I'll be able to. Oh yeah, that's fine. No worries, my dude. No worries. I'm gonna hop back into Amalgam then. So I've been. They were like, I forget where it was my story. No, okay. So we were chatting around the table, and the person who was our treasurer. They were like, yeah, I did no treasuring at all in the slightest whatsoever. And we're like, oh my gosh. They did like nothing. And then at some point in time while we were all chatting, they turned to me and go, so Lace, how did it feel like being every member of E-Board this year? It was like, oh my goodness. They're not wrong. But also, I just thought it was funny. It wasn't bad. And the worst part is that's what's happened on, like, every, what is it? That's what happens on every, club I've been in. I just end up as the person in charge of everything every time. Oh my gosh. I don't mind. I just find it funny afterwards. I am the definition of that one friend that you ask to show up to an event, shows up to the event, and then, like, if you ask me to be somewhere, I'll be there, but, like, if you don't, I will forget about it. It's really funny because, like... Oh my goodness. Half the time you also have to, like, drag me to places because I will forget. I try to hang out. I try to be places to hang out more often. I really do. But still, you know. Now it's that's the end of the now that it's the end of the semester and stuff, everybody's like, Lace, we need to hang out before the end of the semester, and I'm like, dude, I've been trying to hang out all year. What do you mean? Now that it's the end of the semester.
Hello.
Hi, Plant. I'm laughing about people being weird.
Oh no.
Yeah. How you doing, my dude?
Pretty good. I got to hang out with my partner, which was fun.
Yay! That's good. Plant, I saw your message, but I will respond in a little bit.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not too serious or important, like at all.
Okay. Plant, I'm shortening the script.
Valid. I don't know what that fully means.
It means I cut like half the script.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it ends at scene 5 instead of scene 8.
Valid.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how many big gestures I have left. And then it's just like still frames.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I believe in you.
Thanks. That belief is poorly met.
No.
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 Yes.
No.
No. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm shortening the script a bit so it's a little easier, and then maybe afterwards, after the semester ends, I can drop the full thing one day when it's done. That will probably be
Just
after.
appears out of nowhere, gives the whole thing out.
I'll probably just show like the shorter bit, and then I'll be like, "Here's part 2," and I'll label this as part 1. And then have part 2 come out. But like also like I kind of feel like it was a little rushed. You know? And my professor wanted no, the full thing. Like I didn't really want to show any villains or anything in this opening type of thing. Because like, you know, it's a little early still. It's the first episode. I don't need to show anything.
It's the pilot episode.
Yeah.
It's the pilot episode. We just need to know what the world is and what we're doing.
Yeah.
What shenaniganery we're getting up to.
Yeah. I get to listen to the music later. My bro sent over a draft.
Yay!
Excitement 100.
God, this is so much bigger than I planned for it to be.
Me though. No, me though.
I'm still working on my Minecraft castle, and I'm just in pain. I love it. I'm in pain.
I understand. Me though? No, actually. I don't know what I'm
No,
gonna.
actually.
No, actually. Oh, go for it.
Also, have you watched the video for Welcome Home?
I was like starting it, and then I
Excuse me,
went to
sorry.
class, and then I came back, and now I'm live.
Let me know when you finish it, because there are things we need to talk about. I need you.
I know, I got you. It will be fun. We can hunt for things.
We can mentally break down together.
Have a breakdown. Do. Me working on my Stars in Time playthrough challenge run. About to have a breakdown. Do.
You did this to yourself.
Oh my gosh, no, last night when I was doing my loop for the day, I was like just vibing. I was vibing so much, you don't understand. So because I've been looping back to the very beginning, I have been talking to loop every loop. Because of course I have been. And then because I've been looping back to the beginning every loop, it's also like I have to fight through the house every single time. I can't like skip into parts and stuff and go back and forth. So everything is like, I don't want to say awful, but like I'm almost level 70 and I'm on loop 10. Today will be loop 10.
Fear.
Also, I've been reminding myself what day it is because of how many loops I was sitting in class. And I always have to check my phone to check what day it is because I always put the date above my paper for my notes and my doodles. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's day 10 because today is going to be the 10th loop. And I'm like, no. Pain, agony, Las Vegas.
Suffering, if you will.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're having a time.
When are we not?
Yeah, I know. And then,
Okay,
like,
makes
I was
sense.
jamming to music the whole time, too. I was having a great time. My
Good.
new joke is that's the loop that Sifrin was drunk. Because they have, like, food and stuff at the party going on during our run through of, because like everybody in the town are partying, so if they freeze while they're partying, then like, you know, they had a great time, they had a great last few days. But if we succeed, then like they already got the party going, they're ready for us, you know. It's
They
perfect.
can just keep going.
Exactly.
Yeah, they can just keep going.
Exactly. So, you know, I love the people of Dormant. They're great. Anyways, it's been a time. I'm having a time. I don't know if it's a good or a bad time yet, but I'm having a time. So true.
'Cause you're having a time.
Having a time. Exactly. But so Sifrin's stupid high level, and then I had I think Isa had the one memory that makes it so when we start a battle, he automatically has us all buffed with defense, and then Dial has the memory that makes it so when we are in, what is it? When we start
I'm
battle,
sorry,
we're
I'll be
zoom.
like right back.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep chatting
Zoom.
then. But yeah, I'll finish that story when Plant gets back. Anyways, I feel super beefy in the game. Stupid strong. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've been vibing. I've been having a great time playing the game. but also, it's the it's the it's the one loop a day thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to strategize like what I'm doing each day to make sure I get the most out of it each day. Cause like I don't wanna be stuck in the loop for like months. Okay, all right, guys, look at me. I don't want to be stuck in the loops for months. All right, okay. I don't think that would be fun. I don't think that would be great. I think that would not be fun.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back. Plant, I was talking about being stuck in the loops for months.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be stuck in the loops for months. I don't want to be stuck in the loops for months, Plant.
Why did you do this to yourself then?
I don't know.
Your silence says everything.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Why did Sif get themselves stuck? Hmm?
No, we're talking about your insanity about doing the
because
loops, not
because
that.
they like the party. They like their party and they don't want to separate yet. That is the exact reason. I want to know more about this game. I want to know more, and I want to keep playing it. But I played so much. I played so much. My first playthrough was 50 hours playing. You don't understand. I was stolen by the narrative, but it took me so long because I just couldn't figure things out. Anyways, I'm having a time.
Sounds about normal for you.
Plant.
Hi.
We have to watch the movie tonight so I can work on other homework other than this.
As long as it doesn't keep me up too late, because I have a doctor's thing tomorrow.
Oh, right. Yeah. After
3 appointments in one day, baby.
I believe in you. You got this. We can watch it after I eat dinner, if that sounds good.
Yes,
Because I know you eat later than I do.
I do.
Yes.
Need an axe.
Are you gonna ask somebody a question?
I will throw you into the sun myself.
Why would you do such a thing? I've done nothing wrong to you.
Grabs you by the back of your shirt and launches you.
No regrets. Belt.
Oh, cool.
Plant, I just don't understand. How do you keep your pants up while you're dancing so much? Belt.
Belt.
When you slowly lose your mind from something, it is fine. Don't worry about it. Like animating an entire short by yourself in a month.
It's just the pilot episode.
It's just the pilot episode. What could possibly go wrong?
Day 25.
Day 25. I'm still working on the pilot. Just want to go to bed.
Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is for the
Coxgun.
strong.
Keep going.
Sleep is for the strong. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because they've been working on this project for a month now instead of me, who's been distracted for half of that month, and it's already done. You see what I mean?
Sleep is for the strong. Back to work.
Sleep is for the strong. Get back to work. Exactly.
And don't let the mouse get their hands on it.
I will honestly try. I was gonna say something mean about the mouse.
That was kind of the encouragement too.
Yeah, I know.
I've already told you what I think they'd do to your amazing boy.
I know.
You know my thoughts of them.
They would Spider-Man Conley.
They would. They. It's actually concerning how they would take like just the little nickname vigilante and be like, oh, we gotta make him a hero. It's like, no, that's not the point.
He's not even a vigilante. I just needed to give him a title.
He just has a nick. It's just a nickname. No, he's
literally
actually a hero now.
it's literally them memeing on Conley because that is a menace to society. Do not leave him alone. Plant.
Oh, but he's gotta be a hero. No.
No. I mean, I do have a Batman substitute in the series, but he's kind of evil actually. I'm not kidding, he's actually kind of evil.
But he's not Conley.
He's not Conley, he hates Conley.
Why does he hate Conley?
Because he views him as the scum of society and the reason there's problems in the city.
Ah, Coxgun. He must be eliminated then.
Jesus. What do you think happened to his running mate?
Coxgun. He must be eliminated then.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I will automatically choose violence if I need to.
Oh no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. That man needs therapy. And also to go to jail. Mainly jail.
That man needs help, but also a lot of jail time.
A lot of jail time. Okay.
No, but I fully believe they would fucking Spider-Man Conley. It's like, no.
No, he's not supposed to be that type of character. Why not? Because he's not. And then I think
he's a hero. That does not make him a Spider-Man.
And then he's not even a hero. He's literally a kid who just decided to be a menace in the city.
There's a difference, guys.
There's a difference. He's not like a hero or anything. He's just a kid in a city where he shouldn't be there, but he's there anyway, and he made everybody's problems.
He shouldn't be. Of course, I'm missing one.
Oh my gosh, I hate when you're building something and then you run out of that one item, but you're only one short, and then when you craft it, there's two.
I'm actually only one short on cherry wood half slabs. I literally just need one.
Oh my gosh. Exactly.
Pain, suffering.
Las
torture, if you
Vegas.
will. Las Vegas, thank you.
Yes. Pain, agony, Las Vegas. Alright. I
Alright.
need to go eat something, and I also need a break from this because it's starting to hurt my eyes.
Go get food, go consume, and then we can watch a movie.
Yes, yes. Because I have other homework and I need to watch a movie for that homework. Oh no. Let me first.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I have to do one thing first.
Alright, I'm gonna hop out now then, because I need to
Okay.
do something as well.
Yep, have fun.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye. Okay, we're gonna hop out. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for vibing, chillin', vibing like you do. Hope you guys had fun. I had fun. It's all good fun and Danny and stuff. We're gonna go raid Alex Contacts today. Because it looks like he's doing, doing some stuff. And also, because why not? It's also been a hot minute since we raided him. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you guys all next time. Until then, bye!